Okay, this is going to be the Algebra 1 review on equations of lines. Alright, on this one, okay, what you're going to do, okay, all we're doing is finding the slope. So we have minus and minus, turn the wheel to the left, so pretend that's a wheel, turn it to the left, that's -6 up here, -2 there. Turn this one, it will be 12 and 4, so that's -18 over -6, and if you divide those you get 3, okay, for an answer. Alright, this one, turn the wheel to the left, -3 and 7, 1 and -5, so that's -4 over 12. If you divide those, you get -1/3. Okay? This one, turn the wheel to the left, that's 8 and 3. Turn the wheel to the left, 8 and 4. That's 0 over -1. If you divide that in your calculator, you get 0. Okay, this one, 3 and -6, 2 and -6. That's 1 and 0. 1 divided by 0 is undefined. Okay? Alright, now, on these here, you're going to have to get these in y equals first. Well, actually, let's do this one. This one is a VUX, because it's an x equals. VUX stands for undefined. If you had a y equals equation, that stands for 0, or hoi. Okay? This one I have to get y by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2x. That's 4y equals 2x plus 20. And then divide by 4. I get y equals 1/2 x plus 5. Now the only thing I need there is the slope. 1/2. Okay? On number 7, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply that. That's going to be -2/3 x. That's going to be -4. Subtract 4. That's y equals -2/3 x minus 8. All I need is the slope, so I got -2/3 as my answer. Okay? What are all those? Well, alright, is that a hoi or a VUX? Well, since it's a horizontal line, it's going to have, alright, that's a horizontal line. It's a function, okay? It has 0 slope, and there's a mistake in the sample. That should both be a 2, but it is going to be a y equals based equation, okay? Alright, what happens here? That's my slope, okay? So neither of those were actually right there. Alright, that's my y-intercept. It crosses the y at that, okay? It's going to look like this kind of graph because it's positive slope, so that's what it does, okay? Alright, on this problem, what you want to do is pick out 2 points. Use a different colored marker. So I'm going to pick out this point and this point. That's 4, 0, that's 0, -1, okay? So what I want to do is I want to turn the wheel because I want to write the equation of the line. Okay, so that's going to be -1 and 0, 0 and 4, that's -1 over -4, which is 1/4. Okay, so I got 1/4. I'm going to pick one of these. I'm going to pick this x, that's going to be -4, y plus 0. So I got 1/4 x. I'm going to multiply that. It's going to give me -1. And y plus 0, if I subtract 0, that's still just going to be y equals 1/4 x, okay, minus 1. This problem here, I'm going to select this point. I'm going to go ahead and select that point too as well. All right, so this is 1, 1. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 and 0, 1 and 1. That's 4 over -1, which is -4. Okay, if I distribute that, that's going to be that is going to be -4 x plus 4. Okay, and then I would add 1 to the other side. So my equation is y equals -4x. Oops, too many negatives. Y equals -4x plus 5, because you do 4 plus 1. Okay? On this equation, I'm going to pick out this point. I'm going to pick out this point. That point is 0, 0. This point is 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 4 and 1, 0 and 0. 4 over 1 is 4, okay? So I got 4. I'm going to choose the zeros. So that's going to be 4x plus 0, y plus 0, okay? And then that's just going to be y equals 4x plus 0, okay? This is a horizontal, so that means that's going to be horizontal HOI, y equals, okay? And I'm going to pick that point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 0, negative 5, so I am at negative 5 because that's the y coordinate, that's the x, okay? Once again, the slope is 0, so that's a HOI, y equals there, it's going to be 5, okay? Slope of 8, okay? X-intercept, those coordinates would be 3, 0, so x minus 3, y plus 0, I would distribute that. Okay, subtract 0 from that, that's going to be y equals 8x minus 24. Alright. Number 16, alright, negative 2/3 x, negative 2/3, x minus 12. So what happens is I always put the opposite, so that's 12, that goes in as negative 12. Positive 5, because that was negative 5. If I distribute that, that's negative 2/3 x. You multiply those numbers, multiply. So that's going to be 8. Okay, that's going to be 8, so I would subtract 5. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 3. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. All right, negative 6, x minus 4, y minus 7. That's negative 6x plus 24. And I'm going to add 7 to that side. It's going to be y equals negative 6x plus 31. Okay? So make sure you multiply. All right, that's my answer there. Okay, I think that's it on that page. Okay, 18. Okay, I'm going to have to find the slope, so that's negative 8, negative 3, 10, negative 5. That's from turning the wheel. Okay, so I got negative 18 over 2, which is negative 9. Plus 5 minus 10. That's negative 9x minus 45. Add 10. So my answer is y equals negative 9x plus minus 35. Okay? You go ahead and do this one, same way. Okay? That's going to be negative 7 over 0, which is going to be undefined. Okay? If it's undefined, that means it's a box or an x equals equation, and x is equal to 4. Okay? All right, these questions, just slope-intercept form. So that one I'm going to multiply, that's negative 7x minus 35. This one I'm going to add 2. So my answer there is y equals negative 7x minus 33. Okay, this one, I got to get this over to the other side, so I subtract 6x. 2y equals negative 6x plus 20. All I do is write those terms just like I see them. Okay, so negative 6 positive 20. If I divide by 2, I get y equals negative 3x plus 10. Okay, and on this one, on 22, that's going to be 5/3 x. Okay, and that times that will be negative 40 over 3. Okay, y plus 2, and I would subtract 2. So when you do that in the calculator, okay, what you should do, all right, is you do 5/3, okay, times, all right, negative 8. Go ahead and get yourself a fraction, and then just hit the subtraction 2 from there, okay? And I think what you'll get is y equals 5/3 x minus 46 over 3, okay? Match these. There was a mistake. That should be a 37, okay? So what I should do is I figure out, okay, that's going to be 8x minus 32, and I would subtract 5, so that's going to be 8x minus 37. So this one's going to be 3, okay? This one I would distribute, that's 8x plus 32. I would be adding 5, that gives me 8x plus 37. Okay, that's got to be this one, which means that 1 has to be here. And you can see that by doing 8x plus 1. I would be subtracting 15. Oh, I'm sorry, 8x plus 8. Made a mistake there. That's going to be 8x minus 7. Okay, which is 1 obviously. Okay, last set here. Okay, for these, okay, I know the directions aren't right there, but this should be for 24 through 26. Okay, we're going to determine which ones are parallel or perpendicular. Now, these are already in y equals. Okay, now for parallel, they got to be the same. Perpendicular, you got to flip the fraction and have opposite sign. Okay, so check to see if they're parallel. Are they the same? No. Okay, let's check to see if they're perpendicular. Well, let's flip the fraction. Does the fraction flip? Yes. Does the sign change? Yes. So this is perpendicular. Okay. Now, on this one, okay, that's y plus 7, 5x minus 10. Okay, minus 7, that's 5x minus 17. That's going to be y plus 2 equals negative 5x minus 5. Subtract 2, that's going to be y equals negative 5x minus 7. Now, all I care about is the slopes. Okay? Now, they're not the same. Did the fraction flip? Okay, so did that go to 5? That's really 5 over 1. Did that turn into 1/5? No. So this is going to be neither. Okay? This one right here is okay. I would have to divide this by 6. Okay? Now if I look at that and that, they're exactly the same. So this is parallel. Okay? Moving on, last three. Let's do this one first here. Okay, which two lines are perpendicular? Okay, 3/4. If I flip that over, it would be negative 4/3. So that's obviously these two, O and J. Okay, all right. Now this one, write an equation for a line that's perpendicular to this. So what that means is the slope that I would use is negative 1/5. Okay, because that's 5 over 1. I want to flip it and change the sign. Okay, that's x plus 10. That's y minus 8. I multiply that. That's negative 1/5 x minus 2. If I add 8 to that, I would get y equals negative 1/5 x plus 6. There's my answer. Okay? All right, make sure you go through that, practice your quizzes, and you should do fine.